as if they're on a battlefield, for God's sake. They'll live with the rest of their lives.
Yeah, kind of like Ukraine.
There's a lot we don't know yet.
Kind of like Ukraine and
There's a lot
Russia.
we do know. The parents who will never see their child again, never have them jump in bed and cuddle with them.
He's got to read this from...
Parents will never be the same. To lose a child...
Oh, he's going to talk about Bo.
It's like having a piece of your soul ripped away.
In Delaware.
There's a hollowness in your chest. You feel like you're being sucked into it and never going to be able to get out. Suffocating. And it's never quite the same. It's a feeling shared by the siblings and the grandparents and the family members and the community that's left behind. Scripture says, Joe and I have talked about this in different contexts, another context.
Don't even go to...
The Lord
Don't get
is near
religious.
to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit.
He's got to read that up teleprompter
So
too.
many crushed spirits. So tonight, I ask the nation to pray for them. Give the parents and siblings the strength in the darkness they feel right now. As a nation, we have to ask, when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby?
There we go.
When in God's name we do what we all know in our gut needs to be done?
What's that?
It's been 3,448 days,
Ooh.
10 years since I stood up at a high school, Connecticut, a grade school in Connecticut, where another gunman massacred 26 people, including 20 first graders at Sandy Hook Elementary School.
Wow.
Since then,
Couldn't quite
there were
remember
over
exactly what kind of
900
school you
incidents.
were at, right?
Gunfires reported on school grounds. Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. Santa Fe High School in Texas. Oxford High School in Michigan. The list goes on, and the list grows when it includes mass shootings at places like movie theaters, houses of worship, as we saw just 10 days ago at a grocery store in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
I am sick and tired of it.
Really?
We have to act. And don't tell me we can't have an impact on this carnage.
Let's find another
I
country.
spent my career as a senator and a vice president working to pass common sense gun laws. We can and won't prevent every tragedy, but we know they work and have positive impact. When we passed the assault weapons ban, mass shootings went down. When the law expired, mass shootings tripled. The idea that an 18-year-old kid can walk into a gun store and buy 2 assault weapons is just wrong.
How's them gas prices?
What in God's name do you need an assault weapon for except to kill someone? Deer aren't running through the forest with Kevlar vests on, for God's sake. It's just sick. And the gun manufacturers have spent 2 decades aggressively marketing assault weapons, which make them the most and largest profit. For God's sake, we have to have the courage to stand up to the industry. Here's what else I know. Most Americans support common sense laws, common sense gun laws. I just got off a trip from Asia, meeting with Asian leaders.
King of common sense right there, right?
And I learned of this while I was on the aircraft. What struck me on that 17-hour flight, what struck me was these kinds of mass shootings rarely happen anywhere else in the world.
Hopefully lightning.
Why? They have mental health problems.
They took their weapons away.
They have domestic disputes in other countries.
They don't have the weapons to fucking
They have people who are
protect
lost.
themselves.
But these kinds of mass shootings never happen with the kind of frequency they
No.
happen in America. Why?
Because they got knives.
Why are we willing to live with this carnage?
They have vehicles.
Why do we keep letting this happen?
What about that guy that ran over 80 people?
Where in God's name is our backbone? Have the courage to deal with it and stand up to the lobbies. It's a time to turn this pain into action.
What the fuck are you to talk about?
For every parent, for every citizen in this country. We have to make it clear to every elected official in this country. It's time to act. It's time for those who obstruct or delay or block the common sense gun laws. We need to let you know that we will not forget. We can do so much more. We have to do more. Our prayer tonight is for those parents lying in bed and trying to figure out, will I be able to sleep again? What do I say to my other children? What happens tomorrow? May God bless the loss of innocent life on this sad day. And may the Lord be near the brokenhearted and save those crushed in spirit, because they're going to need a lot of help, a lot of our prayers.
You are too, buddy.
God love you.
Of course, he ain't taking any questions.
Will you go to Texas, sir?
No
Sir, will you
questions
go to
after
Texas?
that one.
President Biden,
Not
First
even
Lady
trying.
leaving the room, the President taking no questions, certainly
Zero
giving
questions
voice to
after that
the grief that has descended upon this country after another mass shooting, this one taking the lives of 18 children, along with 3 adults. Let me bring in
Well,
NBC News Chief White House correspondent.
They're really pushing after these guns ears, folks. Holy shitballs.
Seemingly choking back tears as he talked about the suffocating pain of losing a child. Of course, he lost his own son.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm surprised he didn't say, "Oh, I lost my son, boy."
But then you heard him call for action, saying when in God's name will the country have the courage to stand up to the gun lobby. He also said, where is our backbone?
Where's our backbone? All right. Wally sends $40-some billion to a foreign country to let them do war against each other, yet he's all of a sudden really worried about some fucking Manchurian candidate fucking pissed off simp kid that fucking was pissed off at who knows what. Probably got turned down to who knows. His video game got shut down or something stupid, and so he decided to shoot a bunch of 2nd, 3rd, and 4th graders or something. Does that make any sense whatsoever? I don't think so. Hearts, thoughts, and prayers go out to any of the fucking people involved.